Despite whatever my actual opinion is on this, like what I think will actually happen, I really do hope that Quinn Hughes plays out his career in Vancouver. I just kind of like seeing that. I think it's good for superstars to play with the team that they were drafting. We're going to be talking about some new news, information around Quinn Hughes, some really interesting comments. But guys, welcome back to Pixel Plus Hockey. If you can make sure to hit that subscribe button, it would be so greatly appreciated. And thank you those that are already supporting me as well. Now, to be fair to me, I have speculated for a long time that I don't think that, eventually I think that Quinn Hughes will just choose to leave Vancouver. I think that's really unfortunate, but that would be my actual prediction. I'm starting to kind of lean to the other side of it based on speculation that we're going to be talking about. But again, it would be a really, really unfortunate situation. I just think that maybe Quinn Hughes just wants to be with a winner. I think that Quinn Hughes last year was one of the most disappointed players on Vancouver, and why wouldn't you be? Vancouver really took a step back last year and they were disappointing, but I do think that they're going to be better this next upcoming year. With Elias Pettersson probably being much, much, much better, you have Quinn Hughes, you have Philip Hedl. I would like them to work at their center position. Brock Besser's going to bury a lot of goals. Brock Besser really likes being there. If their goaltending with Demko can bounce back, why can't the Vancouver Canucks make the playoffs? I just don't think of it as that impossible. Is Elias Pettersson going to be that bad next year as well? I don't think so. And now we have NHL legend Ken Daneyko touching on this. And again, I don't know how much this insider information this guy actually has, but he sounds pretty likely. And again, who knows if he has insider information with the brothers that play there. We don't actually know that. It seems like he might. He's like Mr. Devil, right? Like you figure that he would have a lot more information than you think. But he said, quote, Ken Daneyko said, quote, it's only a matter of time before he becomes a devil. Okay, that's a pretty interesting quote. I will say that it's not really like the past where, a player would play his entire career with one team. Ken Daneyko played his entire career for the Devils. We just saw Mitch Marner leave. It's still relatively rare. Players do still like to stay put. But here's the thing. I feel that Quinn Hughes likes playing in Vancouver. I think he knows Vancouver well. I think he would prefer it if Vancouver was just really good. But I think from Quinn Hughes' point of view, he's just probably frustrated with the direction of the team, that he hasn't seen enough success. And at the end of the day, players want to win. Like, for example, let's say the Vancouver Canucks were like a top 5 team every single year. Do you really think that he would leave? I don't think so. I know Mitch Marner left like a top 10, top 8 team and left, but that was kind of a different situation. I think that Quinn Hughes likes to play there. Let's keep this in mind. A lot of American players have actually chosen to re-sign in Vancouver. You got Demko, right? You got Besser, right? You've got a lot of guys that have actually wanted to stay around in Vancouver. I think that Quinn Hughes is probably still one of them. And here we have a very interesting quote from Adnan Virk pushing back on Ken Daneyko here. This is actually a really, really good quote. Ken Daneyko, who is a colleague and friend of the NHL Network, of course, Mr. Devil, he's like, it's only a matter of time before he comes to New Jersey and joins his brothers here. And I'm like, not so fast. We'll see, Virk said. He added, I'm sure he, Hughes, knows how much he's appreciated and embraced in that Vancouver market. And listen, is there an appeal to play with your brothers? Of course there would be. But I think at the same time, people kind of put the cart before the horse and assume, in a couple of years he'll be gone. Not necessarily. I think if Quinn Hughes built a winner there in Vancouver and they have success, we all know they had a down season. He'll be more apt to stay there long term, but he's a hell of a player, no question about it, close quote. That is much, much more realistic from him. That is kind of where I'm leaning with this, where if Vancouver takes the next step, they come back next season, Elias Pettersson, I don't know what happened with Elias Pettersson last year, but for the love of God, he's got to score what? For what he's getting paid, 80 points? I think 80 points is fair. He has to be better next year, period. And if all of those things come together, Demko had a bit of a down year. He can be better, I think. Obviously had injury issues, but they just re-signed him. Demko can be good. Again, we all know Pixel Plus Hockey gets a little bit nervous with goaltending. I just do. It's always going to happen. He's good. Let's say Elias Pettersson could. Quinn Hughes is always going to be good. He's just fantastic. He's not going to have a bad season at all. So again, if these things line up, Filipedal again, I would like them to get a center to kind of jack that up a little bit. I think Besser can probably pot 30 next year. If you have these cylinders firing, why can't the Canucks be good? And why can't the Canucks maybe win a round or two? Like, is that so impossible? I don't think so. And again, I do know that the Vancouver management has been going and trying to figure this out when it comes to their center position. We've heard like pretty heavy rumors a couple of times that they have been interested in Pavel Zacha like more than just once, and this has been an ongoing thing. We've heard that they have interest in Chinikov as well. I'm not as interested in that player. Like, I think he's okay. I understand he has some first-round pedigree. I don't know. I've just watched him play. I don't think that's the player that they want. I would love the Canucks to get Pavel Zacha. Solid two-way player. Yes, I know Pavel Zacha's not necessarily physical, strong two-way player. He has size. He can score his 60 points. He had a down year, yes, I know. Reasonable contract. He's signed for 2 more years, let's add. That would be a perfect get. Now, pie in the sky when it comes to their center position, I would like Mason McTavish. I don't think that's going to happen, right? I think that he's probably going to end up re-signing in Anaheim just because, teams don't ever move centers, or, God, I think Anaheim would be silly to move him, but apparently they're considering it. So, I don't know about you guys, but if I was Vancouver or Montreal or any of these teams that needed a center, I would be willing to give up assets for that player because he is cost controllable. Anyways, guys, I'm going to leave this video here. If you could make sure to like, comment, and subscribe, I would greatly appreciate it, guys. And make sure to have a great day. Goodbye, guys.